Neil Paget was asking us, in your opinion, what has been the biggest faux pas when seeing kilted individuals besides wearing the pleats in the front? What's the biggest faux pas you've ever seen besides the pleats in the front, which is kind of often an honest mistake? It's a faux pas, but it's also a newbie mistake.
Ignorance to the wearing mistake. I'd have to say wearing it too low.
Okay, I would agree with that.
A lot of Americans, when we put a kilt on, we'll put it on like at the level of our pants. And if you've been measured by a professional kilt maker or professional kilt company who understands it should be up above the belly button, they'll put it on like their pants, and then it'll be below the knee.
Okay.
There's the old adage of, if you wear your kilt above the knee, you are a boy. To the knee, you are a man. Below the knee, you're a liar.
You're a braggart.
Yes. But it's, wearing your kilt too low, in my opinion, looks feminine. Once it meets the top of the kilt hose and you've covered up your entire knee and the little ball below your knee, if it goes to that or below, it starts to look like a kilted skirt, starts to look feminine. In the same way that if you wear it more than top of the kneecap, if you start to wear it, 2 inches above the knee, again, it starts to look feminine. Over the, 16, 17 years I've been wearing kilts, I've kind of developed an eye for what I like look-wise and kind of what feels right. Mm-hmm. So the shorter, basically men wear kilts to the knee, women would wear kilts above the knee or below the knee. And when you derivate too much from that, deviate, thank you. It just looks odd. So that's my faux pas, is wearing a kilt too long.
Higher above the knee won't bother me so much because from a historical perspective, I know that guys did wear them above the knee back in the day, and even quite recently if you're looking, especially at the military. Below the knee, again, it can look a little weird. I will allow people to do it fashion forward. Yeah. Like having a kilt cut longer on purpose as a purposeful fashion statement. Doesn't bother me so much. Now, people wearing it low because of a comfort issue and not wanting to try to adapt to how the kilt is meant to be worn in a traditional way. We've had pushback occasionally from customers who are like, where you say, well, you wear it at the navel, that's where you're supposed to wear it. And they're like, well, I don't like wearing it up there. I just like it down lower like this. It's more comfortable. Honestly, that bothers me a little bit. Some guys, they have to. Some guys will wear it lower, not realizing that they're going to have to. Like, they'll come and get measured properly, and then they wind up wearing it lower because they've got back issues, or they've got a kidney problem, or something like that, or their
they
belly
get
is
in the mail, and then they just wear it lower because they don't.
Because nobody's shown them how to do it. Yeah. It's when but if they push back on, well, I just want to do it that way, it's like, well, come on, dude, put a little more effort into it, so you're going to look better. So that bothers me. But the length of the kilt in the modern fashion sense is, I won't begrudge somebody wearing it lower or higher if they want to, if they don't mind deviating from the masculinity thing. Now, what does bother me from an aesthetic standpoint, which I think is just a matter of actually taking the time to look, is wearing a sporran too low. I so often, and even in professional photography of kilts, where it's a model and you see the sporran and it's hanging down like close to the guy's knees, and it's like that bothers me. It's like not learning where to have the sporran hanging properly bothers me a bit.
Yeah, when you look sloppy, you don't do yourself a service. You do yourself a disservice.
I guess that's it.
And I'll take yours and I'll kind of come around a little bit with it. Your first one. When you wear the kilt, if you're a bigger guy and you wear the kilt below your belly, what ends up happening is your belly pushes the front of the kilt down and the back of the kilt will ride up. So it ends up kind of underlining the belly and it looks a little bit sloppier. If you're wearing it around the widest part of your belly, it kind of holds you in, and visually it goes straight down from the widest part of you, and it doesn't underline and accentuate the belly. Right. So it's a much more flattering appearance. And then when you bring in the sporran, it's the same kind of thing, where wearing the sporran up a little bit higher or hooking the sporran chain over the sides of the buckles on the top of the kilt so that it doesn't underline the belly. It is a much more flattering appearance on a bigger guy. So what grinds my gears, to quote Peter,
right?
What really grinds my gears about it is kilts can make anybody look good. Bigger guys, skinny guys, doesn't matter. You can look good in a kilt. It's a very, very flattering garment. And then when you buy a nice, expensive wool kilt and then wear it down low and their belly's hanging out, it looks, I don't know.
I think
it goes against the grain.
It's not so much that it's a faux. I don't think that faux pas bother me so much as if people make an investment in some of this stuff and then they don't put in the effort. And that's
fair.
I don't mean that to sound harsh. I'm basically saying, no matter what you're wearing, if you want to look good and you want to look dignified and you want to earn respect from people because you look on point, then you owe it to yourself to spend some time, that little extra time, looking at yourself in the mirror in the morning to make sure things are looking together. Now, I'm a clothes horse. I'm very much into clothes, so I'm biased in this sense. But I'd rather little faux pas are forgivable. But looking like you just didn't care, bothers me.
If you're gonna spend the money, and you're gonna go 90% of the way there, just pop in front of a mirror, fix the tie, pull the kilt up, move the sporran so that it hangs nice and flat. Done.
Yeah, I think that's what gets back to me from a heritage standpoint is that when I see people who look sloppy, in my experience, a lot of time those are the same people who kind of treat this as more of a toy, and they don't take it seriously in terms of being a sincere student of the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The people who really care about their heritage or care about presenting the culture, or even just the garment itself well, tend to take a little more time to make sure everything's straight. If you have to make accommodations because of your body shape, fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're a human being. Things happen. You got to deal with it. But, I don't know. I'm rambling a little bit. Forgive me. If you're wearing it casually, fine. Don't worry about it. None of these faux pas matter if you're just wearing it to go hiking or going out to a bar on a Tuesday night.
If you're wearing a utility kilt, they make a beer gut cut specifically for guys to wear it lower.
But and it's like, and we will, custom kilts will accommodate you if it's a beer gut issue. We will try and help you because it's a custom made garment. So I guess that's it. It's not little faux pas. It's if you either intentionally or by accident project a lack of respect.
Yeah.
That's what bothers me.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
That's my soapbox. I'm gonna get down off my soapbox.
We're now off.
Yep. Okay.
Zen. Have some scotch.